Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be reviewing another comic book story arc. This is going to be for Southern Bastards, and this is going to be the first story arc, which is There Was a Man. Yeah, it's going to be There Was a Man. That's the name of the story arc, and basically this story arc spans from issues 1, issues 2, issue 3. And issue 4. It's the first 4 issues of this. And this book is another Image book. So yeah, definitely do pick it up. The first story arc is amazing if you ask me. And you're gonna see why in this video in just a sec. But as usual, 10-second spoiler warning for those who have read the haven't read the story arc, or haven't read a certain issue from the first story arc, from one of the first 4 issues. Go check them out and then come back here and read the rest of this review for the story arc, because it may spoil something. So as usual, 10-second spoiler warning. As usual, starting now. Organize this. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who haven't read the first story arc and are still watching the rest of this review, can't talk today. For those who haven't read the first story arc and who haven't read this first story arc and are still watching this review, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that I never gave you a fair one, because as usual I did. So basically, within the first 4 issues, you have this character, the main character, called Arrow Tubbs, and he's more of like an anti-hero type of thing. He has his problems. He's more of an anti-hero, kind of anti-hero-esque character. He's not full anti-hero, but he's not full hero either. Somewhere in the middle, I guess you could say. So yeah, and basically he comes back to Craw County, which is like his hometown, basically just to pick up some stuff that belonged to him, and then get out, go back to Alabama. But after one night, or after a few nights, he decides to stay in Craw County because he sees how corrupt the county has become. Everybody following the lead, or being afraid of the coach / the boss, who's basically the football coach, the high school football coach. Everybody fears them, and it seems that many of the football players, the high school football players, are under his reign, and are it's basically like a mafia, like the mafia or something like that. And I won't say this is a mafia story, because it's not really a mafia story. It's a mafia-esque story, I guess, to some extent, but it's not a straightforward mafia story. It's got mafia story elements to it, but it's got elements, but it's not really one. So yeah, basically you have the main character, who's trying to make the county, stand up for themselves, tell them that they don't want to go through any of this anymore, and basically stand up for themselves. He being the leader of a small group of people, 2 people thus far that I know, between 2 and 3 people from what I can tell, who don't want to be under the control of the boss, his control. He basically leads a small group of people, like 2 or 3 people, and knowing this, the boss and his crew try to kill some of the people in his group. And after finding out, Tubb confronts the boss, and he loses, I guess you'd say. I don't know if he's dead, because the last image from the 4th issue, or the second to last image from the 4th issue, basically portrays him face down, all bloody up, and he looks dead. Also, throughout the first 4 issues, you have him calling an unknown person, which you don't find out till the very end that it's his daughter. So yeah, and apparently, she's following in his footsteps and becoming a soldier, because he was a soldier and fought during Vietnam, and she's a soldier fighting Islamic terrorists, ISIS, Taliban, Al Qaeda. I don't know, Islamic terrorists. I'm trying to connect it to modern times right now, so that's why. I'm not saying that she is fighting Islamic terrorists, but I think it will make the most sense. So yeah, the issues I really did like for the most part. I loved every single issue. I think the second issue is the weakest out of the bunch, but overall it's still a pretty good issue. The art for the all 4 issues for the whole story arc is very well done for the most part. The writing is very intelligent for the most part, and it is very good for the most part. And this is one of the few ongoing books I have currently that I am picking up on a regular. Along with Walking Dead, I think Southern Bastards is the only other book I have on my pull list that's an ongoing series, because every other book I have is a miniseries. Because I have miniseries. Actually, no, one of 3 ongoing series. Because I also have New Suicide Squad under my pull list, and that's an ongoing series. So yeah, but overall, it's a pretty good. Story arc. First story arc. I am gonna check out the first issue of the second story arc, see how it compares, and probably pick all those up and then review them. How long that story arc is gonna last, I have no idea, to be fair. So yeah. Now on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I give this the first story arc number 1 of Southern Bastards. Yeah, 8.5 out of 10 is what I give Southern Bastards. Story arc 1, There Was a Man, issues 1 through 4. So yeah, definitely do pick it up. I think the trade paperback is supposed to hit like next month. So if you guys didn't have a chance to pick up the individual issues, or your comic book store just don't have it, do pick up the trade. It's supposed to come out by like October or November. Costs $10 plus tax, and yeah, that should be between $10 and 70 cents to about $15, maybe a little less depending where you live. So yeah, don't be cheap. Get the first series in trade paperback if you don't want to get the individual issues. You should buy it. And yeah, that's basically it for this review. I also do want to point out that I am having a comic book contest. Comic book contest. Brain fart. I'm having a comic book contest. That came out wrong, but you guys know what I meant. So yeah, I am giving away a few issues, a few comic book issues of that, including Southern Bastards number 3, which I think is this. Out of all the issues, I think Southern Bastards number 3. Yeah, I'm giving that one away as well. I may pick up issue number 4 just in case. Actually, no, sorry. This is number 3. The one I showed you was number 2. But in that haul or prizes, I'm also going to give away Southern Bastards number 3. So do pick it up if you at least want to have one Southern Bastards issue. I think number 3 isn't. It's a good issue regardless. All of them are good issues. So yeah. And yeah, that's basically it. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, comic book reviews, TV show reviews. So definitely do stay tuned for that. Besides that, comment down below on your thoughts on the first story arc. Did you drop it after the first issue, second issue, third issue, or the fourth issue? And if you did drop it, why did you drop it? Leave your thoughts, all that down below. Which one's your favorite issue overall? Honestly, I think the fourth one has to be my favorite. Followed by the first one, then the third one, then the second one. So yeah. So comment that all down below. What are your thoughts on Southern Bastards thus far? And what would you rate the first story arc? I give it an 8.5 out of 10. And yeah, subscribe, comment down below, like this video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.